students, welcome to the session of Sprintex Pre-Boards 2020 with Sweta, your English master teacher at Vedantu. So today we will be beginning with the sermon at Banares, right? So this is a beautiful chapter with a very strong message and a message that we should all inculcate in our lives, which will be really helping us all, okay, to stay strong, right? So how? Let us see. So today we will be doing all the answers like extract based question, short answer, 3 marks answer and 5 marks answers, right? So this will be really helpful for you to prepare for your board exams, right? So today we will be discussing the most important question answers from the chapter, right? So talking about the schedule, guys, we have already completed till I think, yes, madam rides the bus. So till here we are done. So a few more to go, guys. I hope this is going to be super duper exciting for all of you. Talking about the other subject schedule, which is also going on, biology, which is going to be over on 15th December. Chemistry, which is going to be over on 14th December. Math is going to be over on 15th. So biology, math and English, these three are the subjects which will continue till 15th, right? And physics will be over on 14th, and SST will be also over by 14th, right? So I hope you all are enjoying the super duper amazing series, guys, right? So if you are, then please don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. And yes, guys, please share this video amongst your friends, because you know that sharing is caring, right? So the more you share your knowledge, the more it is going to enhance, right? So please do share, okay? Don't forget to share. And talking about the homework answers, guys, thank you so much for your beautiful answers. I really loved all of them. Amazing answers. So you see how your writing skills are improving, right? So keep posting your answers, guys, in the homework. That is definitely going to boost up your confidence and your writing skill. And also do practice those questions which we are doing in the sprint text sessions. Do practice it, all of them at your home, right? Frame your answers, okay? And don't just look at the answers that I am giving you. Try to frame your own answer. Just take the points from the answer and try to frame, and definitely do it at home, right? This practice will be definitely very helpful to you. So talking about the homework answer, guys, Vali. So that is basically the character sketch of Vali that we have, already completed. So this is an answer which you can go through, right? So a good planner, we have mentioned, confident, determined, she was determined. So it's definitely talking about her resolute nature. So this resolute nature and determination, strong determination, that is basically the theme of the lesson also. So you give examples of how she, did not give in to the temptations. She was more, way ahead than the kids of her age, and that is why the title is also madam, right? So how she sacrificed, which is very 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 difficult for a child of such a tender age. And then even her behavior in the bus, that also showed that she was quite mature, right? Talking about the drink, how she refused to refuse the drink at the end of the lesson, right? So definitely, and because she wanted to save that amount in order to save for the return journey, right? So that is all about the homework answer, guys. And talking about the quote for the day: death is not the opposite of life, but a part of life. Okay, a very serious quote for today. Why? Because this is related to the lesson. Now when I talk about this quote, guys, do mention to me in the chat box how many, what are the chapters or what are the lessons that you have done in your syllabus which talks about this, that death is a part and parcel of life and we should accept the fact. Because the more we will be escaping through it, we will be trying to evade through this fact, the more it will be causing us difficulty, right? So please name the lesson or lessons, right, which talks about this, right? Okay, now let us proceed with this first question, guys, of sermon at Benares. The Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Benares, most holy of the dipping places. Anybody from Benares? Or anybody has visited Banaras, then please give me a quick high five, because I have also visited Banaras when I think I was younger to you. I think I was in class 7, 6, 7. Yes. So, most holy of the dipping places on the river Ganges. That sermon has been preserved and is given here. It reflects the Buddha's wisdom about one inscrutable kind of suffering. Important word for you is inscrutable. Let's see the question. The first question is, where did Buddha preach his first sermon? Even if you don't look at the options, you know, right? So definitely Banaras, Kashi, Dharmashala, sorry, or none of these. Very simple, guys. Come on, in the chat box. Within 2 minutes, the answer should come. Okay. So yes, it is Banaras. Next question is, what does the sermon preached by Buddha reflect? Very important question. This can also come for 2 mark, separate question for 2 marks as well. So about spirituality, about one inscrutable kind of suffering, about immortality, or none. Give me the answer, guys, quickly. Very simple, very simple. Okay, let's check. Yes, it is about one inscrutable kind of suffering. Now, what is this inscrutable kind of suffering? Of course, it is death, right? He's talking about death. So he preached his sermon about death, which is an inevitable fact for all in the lives of all human beings. And that is something which actually, connects us, right? Though we are separated from each other by various artificial boundaries, but this is a natural thing which connects us, right? And next is, find the exact word from the extract, which means impossible to understand. Okay, the meaning is given. Basically, you need to find out the word which means this. So just the opposite. Usually you have to find out the meaning, right? But here what they have done is, this is also a vocabulary based question, guys. So they have given the meaning and you have to match the word with its meaning. So come on, guys, I want the answers quickly. I hope by now you have given me the answer already. So it is definitely inscrutable. Inscrutable means something which is still a mystery. Okay, right? So mysterious. Right. Next is, why did Prince Siddharth leave his palace? Answer. Come on. Why did he leave his palace? Which are the sites? So basically, we need to talk about the sites which moved him. Okay. So what are those sites, guys? First, please don't forget to mention all the sites. Don't miss out any of the sites. First is, while hunting, definitely he was going for a hunt when he saw. So he was a prince, right? So definitely they do all these activities. They go for a hunt, right? So that was true for Prince Buddha as well, Prince Siddharth as well. His name was Siddharth, right? So first, initially he saw a sick man. So he was initially shielded away from all kinds of sufferings, but now he encountered all these sufferings. What was these? A sick man, aged man, funeral procession, and a monk begging for alms. You have to mention these sights. And then he was moved by the sights and he realized that the world is full of sorrow. And finally, this realization made him leave all the worldly pleasures and the materialistic world to seek enlightenment. And after he received enlightenment, he started to preach the people about the truth. Whatever knowledge he received, he started sharing with the entire world, right? So that is why I tell you, follow his path, right? Whatever knowledge you receive, you also share it amongst your friends. So how can you share? From this video, you can definitely share this video, right? So yes, he spread the reality that death is an inevitable part of our life. So this is the reality. This is the harsh reality of this world from where we can never escape, right? No matter how much we try, but we can never evade this truth. Next is, what do you know about the early life of Buddha? So please tell me in the chat box, guys, what are the points that you have to mention here? Early life of Buddha, definitely we have come to know that he was a prince. He was shielded away from all the sufferings, right? What else? Anything else? He was sent to school. So you have to mention about his schooling, right? and then also about his marriage. So basically these are the points, and now you can definitely create your answer. So let us see what are the answer, what is the final framework that we can create. He was born in a royal family, so I already talked about Prince. His name was Siddharth, and at the age of 12, he was sent away for schooling in Hindu sacred scriptures. And 4 years later, he got married to a princess, and he had a son. Okay, he had a son, right? So that was about the early life of Buddha. Talking about the next question, we have next question is also for 3 marks, guys. How did Kissa Gautami realize that life and death is a process? Okay, so we began the session with this quote, which is quite related to this. So, which is the incident that made her realize? Of course, death of her son, which after which she met Buddha, right? And when she met Buddha, what did Buddha tell her? He sent her in on an errand. What was that errand? You need to mention that errand. You know that, right? Mustard seeds from that house where nobody had died. And what else? Finally, her failure. Talk about her failure and her realization, right? So these are the points which will be helping you in framing the answer. So here you go. Kissa Gautami went from house to house but was unable to find a house where nobody had died after the death of her son. Please mention that as well. After the death of her only son, right? Okay, so she was tired and hopeless and sat down at the wayside, watching the lights of the city as they flickered up and were extinguished again. So, this flickering of light basically made her realize, because she compared this flickering of light to the lives of humans as well, right? We are also born and then we have to die. Remember, I shared with you that quote of Shakespeare, right, which he says, where he says that, men and women are mere players, right? They all have their entry and exit in the play, right? So this world is like a theater where we all are players, we all are artists, we all have our entries and we all have our exits, right? So that is exactly what Kissa realized. So guys, if you want to join us and gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks, then what you need to do? Visit the link in the description box, because that is going to give you unlimited live classes with great fun and high level quizzes, and you can compete with the students throughout the world. You can have interactive replays even with live quizzes and leaderboards. That's going to be great fun, and you get to learn so much. You can have notes which you can download, handwritten notes of master teacher. And the best part is, all your doubts are going to be solved immediately, instantaneously in the class with the help of our team of class teachers, guys. So the team of class teachers, they have been specially assigned only to cater to your doubts. So yes, we have the master teachers as well as the class teacher, and all your doubts are going to be solved live in the class. You get assignment after each and every session as well, solving which will be definitely making your studies more systematic, and you will have absolutely deep knowledge and full understanding of the concept, right? And you have 5,000 plus free micro courses and crash courses for competitive exams. Less is more, guys. So that means you have more classes in less price. How? So you just need to visit the link in the description box and the pinned comment and use the coupon code as WRPRO. So this coupon code has got magic. What is that magic? Here you go. It is going to give you the course for 1 month only and at 2159, and for 3 months 5599, where you save 14%, guys. If you do the tabahi math, you will find out that per class you just need to pay 9 rupees for 3 months and 11 rupees for 1 month, which is even cheaper than a packet of Lays. Yes. So just visit the link in the description box. Use the coupon code SWRPRO. Resuming back to the session, guys. Now, another 3 marks question. What did the Buddha want to explain to Kissa Gautami? Of course, he wanted to explain that death is natural. right? And you basically need to give the example or the errand which helped Buddha to explain this to Kisa. So he wanted to explain that man cannot get peace of mind by grieving. On the contrary, his pain will be greater. So, definitely, if you grieve over the death of your loved ones, what will happen? You will never get peace of mind, right? You will suffer. Your pain will be greater. Your body will suffer, and you will make yourself sick and pale. A man who can overcome all the sorrows will be free from sorrow and will be blessed by God, right? So this is something which Buddha wanted to explain to Kissa, right? Talking about the 5 marks question, life is full of trials. This is a very important and a value based question, basically, right? So this, if you understand this, then you have understood the entire chapter. So I want the answer to this question in the chat box right now. What are the points that you can include, guys? Life is full of trials and tribulations. This is applicable for all human beings, and this is a lesson which we all learn from this chapter as well. Kesa Gautami also passes through a period of grief in her life. So, do you remember any grief in your life which you have overcome? Then, if you remember, guys, then please do let me know in the chat box. Any grief that you have overcome and you have learned the value of acceptance and moving on. There are phases which we go through in our life, right? Sad phases, happy phases. If we do not have sadness, we will not enjoy, we will not understand the importance of happiness as well, right? So please do mention this phase which you went through and how did you overcome that, okay? And what was the lesson that you learned, right? You can mention that in the comment section as well. I would love to read that, right? So how does she behave in those circumstances? So talking about Kissa Gautami, what do you think? So, what should be the answer here? So, definitely you need to talk about the whole incident of, her dead son, right? Dead son, meeting with Buddha, and the lesson, right? So, these are the points, broadly speaking. So after the death of Kissa Gautami's only child, she became helpless and devastated. And what did she do? She carried her baby, dead child, to her neighbors in order to get medicine so that she could revive her, bring him to life, or you can also say revive him to life. But of course, it was not possible. So then when she met Gautam Buddha, he sent her on an errand to collect mustard seeds from a house where no one had ever died. And what did she do? She went from one house to another, but she failed to complete that errand because there was not a single house where nobody had died, or nobody had lost any their near and dear ones, right? So the poor lady realized the important lesson which Lord Buddha wanted to teach her, that is, death comes to every family, no matter how near, how dear someone is to us. Death will sooner or later be sooner or later part us, right? That is a reality which we should all accept. Life is filled with trials and tribulations. So after there are two questions here. If you realize, Kissa Gautami also passes through, okay, how does she behave in those circumstances? So basically, after writing the after mentioning the event in Kissa Gautami's life, in the next para, please make a separate para to actually mention the moral lesson that you get from this chapter. So life is filled with trials and tribulations, suffering and death. Mortal human beings must face suffering and death sooner or later. This is an inescapable fact of life. Real wisdom is to accept the inevitable and continue the journey of life without allowing grief to defeat us or overwhelm us. Okay, so this is basically talking about the lesson that we have learned through this chapter. So this you will be writing in a separate paragraph. Then it will be absolutely clear to the examiner as well, and it will be convenient for him to mark. Right. With this, we will move to the last question, which is basically the same, similar question to what we have done so far. I mean, just now, right? The sixth question. So this is same as the sixth question, but of course, you can get it in a different language. So that is why I have taken this. So look at the ways in which you can be asked the question, but basically your answer would be revolving around the same idea. So if you get that idea, you can definitely answer any question under the sun. Okay, so personal losses are a part and parcel of life. Instead of wailing on them, we should move on in life. This message of Gautam Buddha has become more relevant in modern times. So here you can definitely relate. A little bit of twist in this question is given by the term modern times. That means you have to relate it to your life, or modern life that you are seeing right now. Do you agree? Why or why not? So this is also about the lesson that we get from this story, but this also deals with the application part. How is this applied in the modern life? In the previous question, there was no application part, but this question also has the application part. So definitely we agree with the message that Gautam Buddha has given about life. In modern times, people do a lot of things to explore and move with the world. But if people do not understand the practicality of life, they will be definitely under stress. So what do we have to understand? To accept the harsh realities, the natural truths with from where we can never escape, and which we can never change, right? People need to understand that everybody who is born will die one day. So you can hear, basically you can actually quote Shakespeare, right? Because this is talking about the modern life, so definitely you can cross refer to Shakespeare. Definitely that would be adding to your erudition, right? So you can say that even Shakespeare mentioned that mentioned how you don't have to quote, but definitely you can explain what he said. Rather than quoting, you can explain. Okay, what he said was, all men and women, we are all players, and this is a world. All the world's a stage. That is what he said, right? All the world's all the world's a stage, and men and women are merely players. This is the line. These are the exact lines. Thankfully I remembered these lines suddenly. Yeah, it clicked, right? So there is no use being sad or crying over the loss. People should remain calm and composed in such situation. They should face the truth and move on in life. Only then it will be possible for us to survive happily, right? So that was all, guys. I hope this helped you. And we have completed extract based question, short answer type question, 3 marks answers, as well as 5 marks answers. And I hope you are now not only enjoying but also learning to answer your questions in a manner which is better, right? So you are definitely improving yourselves and you are in the path of progress. I hope so. So guys, this is your homework question. What did Buddha say about death and suffering? Which is almost, we have done this throughout the lesson, throughout the session today. So now I think you will be able to create your own answer for this question. So let me check what are the answers that you create. Don't forget to post it in the comment section. And guys, the next session is going to be on the proposal. So do not miss that. And previous session I have already completed. Madam Rides the Bus. If you have missed it, then please watch it once again. Okay. So thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the link in the description box. Visit the link in the description box. Use the coupon code SWRPRO. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you still haven't subscribed. So thank you so much. Take care. See you again in the next session. Share the videos with your friends, because see, Gautam Buddha also shared his knowledge and he got enlightenment, right? After he received enlightenment. So definitely that is a message for all of us to share his knowledge so that we can increase our knowledge. So share this video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. See you all.